Well. Sorry I couldn't post a video for the 3.5 rotation, but it absolutely destroyed me, I gotta admit. I just couldn't get 36 stars. The Wenut just walled all of my attempts to actually beat it in time. I think the closest was 6 minutes 40 something seconds with hutao. Hutao melting Ayaka's burst. But even that didn't work, I don't know. Too tanky and too much downtime during the fight, not good. But whatever, people say that this is harder than the last rotation. I don't believe that, otherwise we wouldn't be talking here, this video wouldn't exist. But I did have the right units for this. So I recently pulled Nilou and she is awesome. But yeah, these two beasts, this chamber one is the hardest part of this abyss for me. I had to bring hutao for this part, not because she was the right choice, but because she wasn't as bad in here as on the second chamber of this floor. Yeah, like in the second half of this chamber, I should say. But this worked pretty well. The Dendro base is kind of awkward because it moves a lot and it has a lot of iframes, but if you can beat it quickly, then good. As for this half, Nilou is awesome. So like I say, I recently got her. She's not really built. I pretty much just gave her whatever good HP artifacts I had, except for one feather that is just so I can get the tenacity 20% boost of HP. But even with just that, she's awesome. She, like, the blooms just deal a lot of damage. Of course I have Kusanali and I have Kokomi and Yao Yao, which are pretty much ideal. I'm pretty sure there are better teams for bloom, but this is just great. And yeah, this works. It's pretty good. I don't really know how to use it that well. It's hard to balance the Hydro and Dendro auras on the opponents. But it works anyways. Like, I really didn't have that much time to learn how to use this team. So it really speaks to its efficiency. Like, it's easy to build, you know, and it's easy to play, and the results are awesome because this was really hard. Like, it took me a lot of attempts, but I couldn't have done it without this team. I tried Hyperloom, I tried Freeze even. It didn't work, honestly. This was the only hope I had to get this going. It's kind of a messed up run, as you can see. I can't see with that camera. But yeah, it just works. Of course, you can see I'm doing a lot of mistakes here. It's just hard to like do the rotation because I don't have a rotation. But whatever works. So yeah, for the second chamber. Again, I had the same teams. Kinda messed up because hutao versus this flying drake is not that great. We do have Ganyu on the team, but the issue is that I'm very bad at shooting the bow, so like I'm bad at hitting the weak points to bring it down. So yeah, that could be a little messed up. I did learn that you have to stand like below him. It's way easier than if you are at a distance. But other than that, it was just trying to infuse Sucrose burst and then melt it away with hutao, or just set up Ganyu's burst and try to melt it away with hutao like usual. I think that's what this team is for. It's by far my best hutao team. And yeah, I had to use it on this half because much like the first chamber, the second half of this, it seems to be like very AoE based, and hutao just couldn't do it. Besides, for this guy, this is also like my best team. Sadly, Bloom just doesn't work, and Hyperloom just doesn't work either. And obviously you can't freeze it. You could say I can just bring Ganyu to the freeze team, but I don't know. Not that great with it, and we already had these teams from the previous chamber. So like, normally on these videos I'm gonna try to use only 2 teams, but yeah, you're gonna see this is an exception, I guess, because I couldn't get past the matrix with Bloom. But yeah, And these new enemies are pretty cool, I really like them. I like the Anemo ones more because they fly with the slime, which is so great. Yeah, I like the inclusion of these new enemies, and of course they get obliterated by Bloom like everything else that doesn't have Dendro resistance, I guess. It's so good. Like, I'm barely playing the game. Like, it's kind of chaotic, I guess, but that's even more fun. That makes it even more fun. So, like, normally you just don't know how to, like, apply Dendro and Hydro in an equal way, I guess, or yeah, I don't know, just spawn the attacks and it eventually works. You eventually get the blooms. Something that I try to do is to spawn 2 normal attacks after casting Nilou's skill, and then finish it with the skill button again, so you get the Hydro Aura. It's a little faster, but it's a little hard to do with hyping, and that's something that you're gonna notice on all of my Abyss videos. I always have 200 thing, that's like the lowest I can get, sometimes even higher. But that shouldn't matter that much, I guess. Even for like hutao. So yeah, completely obliterated by Dendro right there. Very good. I'm really happy with Nilou, honestly. I don't want to turn this into a Nilou shield video, but god damn. I barely built her and she just works fantastically. And this is where I had to use different teams, because this guy just doesn't die if you don't have Electro. And what best way to use Electro than Hyperloom, I guess. I'm extremely reliant on Hyperloom, or at least this account is for now. And honestly, I'm not all sure how this works. You're supposed to trigger Catalyze, but like, breaking one of these things takes forever. So yeah, I don't really like this boss. Maybe there is something that I don't understand, like feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong. But this guy takes forever, even with an Electro character. So yeah, Hyperloom gameplay, there's not much I can say, I guess. It's just what it is. Just apply them, apply Hydro, ride and do the rest. I brought Layla, but I don't think I use her at all. So on some early attempts, I was using Hyperloom for the first chamber, and I noticed that Layla is pretty good with Hyperloom. She freezes the enemies, and well, you hit them, but it's pretty good, and her shield can be good, because despite all the healing that Kokomi provides, it's very easy to just die with Kusanali after her burst, because she just takes a hit, like she's floating to cast her burst, and when that animation ends, she has to go back to the ground, and during that she's vulnerable, and a lot of the times I just get hit doing that. And sometimes she dies because she's very fragile, so having Layla's shield is pretty good. But oh well, triple Kenki again. Not much to say here, just apply cryo, hutao time. They're kind of annoying, especially when they are not all together. When they are all together, it's pretty easy because you just one hutao charge attack will hit all 3 of them, and that's just the ideal situation. So sadly, I don't know how to set up that. I don't know how to manipulate them to go all together, and they don't really get killed by Sucrose burst. But whatever, as long as I can do nukes like these, where I can just melt with Hutao burst, it's gonna work out eventually. Sadly, I don't know, this ice field they cast is pretty annoying. No, I can't have Diona shield at all times, but I still prefer Diona over Layla for this team, because the healing that she provides is actually useful for Ganyu and Sucrose. And I don't know, like Diona feels like she's an all-rounder. She provides more things than Layla can do. I don't know how to dodge that. And sadly, I kinda left Ganyu to die there, but at this point I knew I could do it, just needed to kill more hutao dice. But it's pretty close, and Ganyu dying seems to be common in this event, sadly. But yeah, so you have my builds. Another reason why I can't use Layla or hutao team if I'm using Bloom is because right now she's sharing some artifacts with Nilou. Probably like not for too long since I'm grinding tenacity. When I can't always because I'm getting books for new characters all the time. But yeah, this set for Layla Nilou is like temporary. I'm gonna get better stuff, hopefully. And yeah, I have improved some characters a little. Hutao got a new goblet that I'm very happy about. It replaces the previous goblet that was it was very similar actually. It's just that this one is on set and that's infinitely better because now I can get that hat that is so awesome. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed and see you next time.